Now, for our final piece on this program, the COVID series at the Cell, we have, well, an epically grand piece by Rimsky-Korsakov, his Scheherazade. And if he had not written The Flight of the Bumblebee, this probably would have been his most famous piece. Might you agree?
Definitely, yes.
But Scheherazade was, of course, inspired by the story going by the same name, Scheherazade, also going by 1001 Nights.
That's right.
This Arabian tale. And Jeremy, feel free to correct me if any of these details are askew in any way.
All right, I'll be listening.
I think between the two of us, we can get through this story.
We should be able to piece it together, I think.
So. So the story goes, there's this main character, Scheherazade, and Scheherazade is more or less minding her own business until the day comes when she is summoned to the evil king's castle. As every time he summons a lady into his castle, she's never to be seen again. Scheherazade is, of course, with some concern, I would think.
I would imagine. I would be very concerned.
I'd be a little frightened, yeah, because history has shown nobody's coming out. Things don't seem to be ending well if you go into this castle.
Yeah.
But she seemed to have a plan. And her plan was through her ability to tell stories. So in night number 1 in the king's castle, she began to tell this elaborate story to the king that went on and on and on over dinner into the wee hours of the night. But Scheherazade said, we must get some rest. I'll continue to tell you the story tomorrow, of course, if you don't kill me. The king was pretty enthralled by the story, wanted to hear the ending of it, so he decided that he wouldn't kill Scheherazade. The king had to wait until the next day to hear the end of the story. This happened over 1001 nights, roughly 3 years. And over the period of this time, the king had fallen in love with Scheherazade. And Scheherazade admitted at the end of 1001 Nights she was out of stories. So she was worried that the king might kill her because she was out of entertainment. But the king had, in fact, fallen in love with her. And usually, when you fall in love with someone, you don't kill them.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
For the most part.
You want to keep them around. So that's the story that inspired Rimsky-Korsakov to write this epically magnificent piece that's originally for full orchestra, very large orchestra.
Yeah. Lots of instruments.
So many instruments. It's in 4 movements. It lasts around maybe 50 minutes, 55, depending on the size of the conductor, perhaps an hour or more.
That's right.
Our version, 15 minutes or less. This is the Cliff Notes version of Scheherazade.
We get all the main points.
I think so.
For the most part.
And we'd like to thank Preston Stolley, the artistic director, for having us here at the Cell. Be safe, everyone.
Thank you. Enjoy.